Let's look at how to edit and retouch this. Hey, let's retouch this amazing photo and go from this to this in just a few simple steps and a short time. I'm going to be very elaborative and I'm going to be very fast and I'm going to be very slow all at the same time. So I'll slow down on the things that I have to talk to you about and I'll speed up on the things that don't need too much talking about so that we can go from just this ordinary picture to this amazing end product. Let's jump to the video. So first things first, I have to import the picture, right? What you can do is you can go to open and then navigate to the picture and make sure you have Photoshop installed. If you don't have that, please make sure you have it installed. Now my professional workflow at the moment is I work in Lightroom and then the one that I have to retouch, I give them a certain tab, bring them to Photoshop and retouch them. But because I'm editing only one picture, I'm going to start just in Photoshop. So I'm going to just hold this picture like so and drag it here into Photoshop. By dragging the picture into Photoshop, it's a raw file. This is a .cr, so that means it was shot on a Canon camera. So it's going to bring this up for me and this is amazing. I think it's a very good camera because look at it, I'm zoomed in all the way to 80% and it's a very nice picture. The camera definitely had lots of pixels to capture such great picture. The first thing I will try to say is I'll go to auto and you see it does something for me, but I'm not going to do that. With me, when I'm retouching the picture, I have presets that I'll just snap on. But in today's picture, I'll do the preset aspect of it or the color grading aspect of it at a later date. Here, what I'm going to do is just adjust just a few things. I'll adjust the brightness, the highlights. Let's look at the highlights. That's almost like the background. I'll take that one down just a little. I'll come back and work on all of that later, and then I'll bring the blacks down too as well, just for a little contrast. And then I'll bring the contrast down. Like it doesn't make sense, but that's what I'll do. I'll take my shadows up just to give it a little brightness. And look at this. This is how it was, and this is where I am right now. You see? I'll take the contrast down just a little. I don't want it to be too contrast. People like contrast photos, but not me. I'll take this one up just a little bit, take my blacks down, and for the textures, I'll just bring textures down just a little and then increase my clarity the opposite way. So I'll bring this one like so. And then we had this before, and we have this now. And with this, I will not click on done. Click on done, nothing is going to happen. You're going to wonder what even happened. I'll click on open. So it's going to open for me in Photoshop. Now remember, this is a raw picture. That is the reason why it came through camera raw. If it was just an ordinary normal photo, it would have come in right here. That would have been step one for you. So I have a couple of steps. That we could follow. But let's see how we're going to go about this. First of all, I'll crop this picture. So I can go press C on your keyboard or go and find this crop tool here. So I'm going to use 4:5 aspect ratio, what I will always recommend for social media if you are posting to social media or even anywhere. And I'm going to just crop it down a little and I'm going to press enter and I have my photo here. The first thing is I have an action pack to help you and I'm going to put down in the description for free. You can download it and use it, but you have to follow this step. Step number 1, duplicate your background layer, but do not use Ctrl+J. Hold the background layer with your mouse and drag it to the plus at the bottom right corner like so. Drag it in there. It will give you a name called background copy. You have to follow the steps religiously, and I mean religiously. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. The next thing is I'm going to click on the arrow sign here. This is the action pack here. If you've not installed the action pack, what you will do is you click on, there's this the tiny dot at the top corner here. Click on it. It says new action, this, start recording, right? And what will go is load actions. If you go to load action, you can go to the action that I have made available for you and then you click on load that action. It will bring you this as well. And when you are here now, you can select on the face movie. Now not the folder, but the one that has the no folder beside it. And then press the play button like so. It will start running the action for you. So you click on lower frequency. Great. Then you choose how much opacity, radius, the radius for the blur here. The thing is that make sure the Gaussian blur is enough. So you decide, keep it at 2.7 to 3, that should be okay. And then you click OK, just keep clicking OK. It's going to run everything for you. It's very late and I'm shooting a video. So black and white and then, yeah. And then great. Now, there's obviously this is a folder and this is where our frequency separation is happening. What I do is currently myself, I'll turn off the black and white and just start doing my frequency separation. But in this case, I'll leave the black and white on so that you can see where the midtones, the highlights are. Now, as you can see, there are very black places, somewhere in between, and then the very light places. The very light places are what we call the highlights. The middle parts are the midtones, and the very dark parts are the shadows. We're going to mix midtones alone, highlights alone, and shadows alone. You don't mix midtones with highlights, okay? But I'm going to turn the black and white off for now, and then I'll pick my mixer brush. It's actually picked for me. Make sure your wet is at 7, your low 75, and your mix 90, flow 100, and make sure it is also on clean brush after each stroke. You want this one selected, and make sure you have clean brush and choose this, and make sure you have your lower frequency selected, and let's get to mixing it. So if you look at me, I'm going to take my time here like so, and I'm going to mix only this part. You see, all here are mid-tones. I know that because I can see that. And use the square bracket to increase or decrease your brush. If you are somebody who is very interested in photography, retouching the post-processing part of it, look, you don't just watch one video and become very good at this. You have to actually watch the video and practice. You have to, if you see me doing it easy like this, you think it's easy until you yourself actually doing it. Now, I'm not taking long strokes, I'm taking very short strokes. Because if I click and I'll drag a little, then I let go, click, drag, little, let go, click, drag a little, let go, click, drag a little, let's go. Remember, these are all highlights, so I'll do the highlights and let's go. I click, drag and let's go. Now I reduce my brush for this. You see this thin highlight, piece of highlight here. I'll mix that, then I'll let go. Reduce my brush, mix that, let go. Come here, mix that, let go, mix that and let go, mix that and let go. I'll increase my brush just a little. I'll mix this part, let's go. Increase my brush again. I'll mix this part, I'll let go. Increase my brush, mix just underneath the eye. I love it. It is very pretty. Alright, look at this part like this. There are so many textures out there, and I'll reduce the brush, just mix this part around the eye. Yeah, like so. Increase the brush and mix just around this side as well. Take care of that part, mix it in. Yeah, great, this is working. Cool. This is great. This is great. Now, at the midpoint in time, you can just come and click by the eye by them. Like group 1, click the eye like this. You see before and after. Then you just know how much progress you're actually making. So if you see this after and this before, yeah, we're actually doing something. So I'll get back to this part again because I know if I work on this part, there's going to be a very massive improvement in everything. So I'm mixing it. Remember, I'm taking short strokes. I'm not taking very long strokes. If there's anything, you can always do Ctrl Z just to undo. I'll keep mixing it slowly like so. Awesome. I'm taking short strokes. Remember, short strokes. I mix a little, I let go. I mix, I let go. Good, good. You are doing a good job. You are doing a great job. This is good. This is good. Very good. Perfect. I mix this. Perfect. Almost done, guys. Almost done. When it comes to the body, I'll make the brush usually very big because there's not so much details in here, and I'm still keeping highlights alone, short strokes, mid-tones alone, shadows alone, not doing so much. And then I'll go over it quickly. That's it. Almost there. Now we can just look at before and after. Before and after. Massive difference, right? That is what some of these retouching things can do for us. Let me just come here again and mix up here a little. Just because I'm seeing the pimples, you know, they are still very clear here. This the brush just a little. Make sure I can go out of it. And I'm mostly done with the work. The next thing is I'm going to have a hue and a saturation layer just for the eyes. This lady's eyes are white. I don't think there's much to do here, so I'm going to skip that step. But if you've done this alone, you've actually come a very long way. The next thing to do is, let's just do the eyes. Let's talk about it. I'm going to go to the bottom right corner adjustment layer, and I'm going to choose hue saturation adjustments layer. How does this work? You can see my face. Now you can't see my face. You can see my face. Now you can't see my face. The reason why you can't see my face is because there is a mask. This is a mask. The mask is what you see as a white box beside the hue and saturation layer. Okay, the mask helps us hide what we want to hide and show what we want to show. If I should make a hole, right now, and you can look through this, and if you can see my whatever you can see, it means now the mask has something that can make us see what is behind the mask. Okay, before that, let me show you something. If I should take the saturation down all the way, you can see the whole picture looks very desaturated. Is that not it? Great. But the mask, as you can see, it white means everything is visible. But if the mask is black, everything that is black doesn't show anything. As you can see, I've taken down the desaturation and it's affecting the whole picture. Is that not it? But we want that to affect only the white part of the eye. How do we go about this? We're going to do the concept of mask. The white mask means that everything is visible. So the whole effect of the saturation being taken away from it is affecting the whole picture. But if I select the mask, make sure it's selected, you can see the box unselected. And I do Control and I have inverted the mask. So from a very white mask, now it's a black mask. This is a black mask, this is a white mask. Black mask, white mask. Can you see my eye? Good. So this is a black mask with some part of it white. The part that you can see through and see my eye is a what? A white part. Very confusing. Let me show you something. So I'll take the brush, not the mixer brush. Make sure you choose the normal brush too. Yeah, and I'll make sure I have white selected here. You can press D. It will reset this to default. So now this is white selected, right? If I should come here, make a very big brush, and then I paint over like this, you can see the effect showing because now that part is being painted with white. That's not it. I'll invert it and then I'll come back only to where the eye is. Reduce the size of my brush and just paint over the white side of the eye. So I'm painting white. Anything that appears white in the mask is visible. Black is invisible. So that's how you whiten the eyes and make it much brighter in Photoshop. So you see, if I don't want that, I can just press X to give me a black on the foreground in this place, and if I paint over the eye, it hides the effect. If I show white, it will bring back the effect. And usually I don't want it to be too edited, so what I do is that I go back to the layer and I reduce the opacity of that to just somewhere around 60, so it looks so much more realistic. And the next thing is color grading. Catch you in the very next one.